So they've the two Supreme champions from the Lloyd Show qualify for the Supreme Show in Edmonton and Agribition. So that's a pretty cool deal. If you haven't been here, Mikey G tries to burn the place down every year. So far, so good. We're still doing it.
Again, really strong class of bulls that these exhibitors bring out in front of us here. You know, two bulls on top that certainly differences amongst the pair of them, and you're probably going to utilize them in breeding programs probably for different reasons. But the bull that wins the class, I think, just the most complete. You know, he's a bull that's plenty masculine enough at this stage of the game. Good scrotal calf that's really clean about his sheath. You get in behind him, you appreciate the muscle shape that he's got and how much rib he's got. And a bull that puts that together in an attractive package that balances up nice. Nice bull there to start with. The bull here in second's got a bit more frame and length, and I really like that about him. If you need to inject just a bit more size and frame into your next generation, you'll certainly do that. But with that, I just don't think he quite accommodates his extra frame and length with just enough body, just a smidge flatter and his forerib and tighter there in his flank. But I think if that bull, you know, settles down growing and fills out, he's going to be one big, powerful old lad next spring for sure. It's a nice one in second. Bull here in third's a bit more moderate. He's got more body and flank, and I really like that about him as well. Probably just a few pieces of balance that throw him off just a little bit. I think he's just a little compact as you study him through his head and his neck. Bull that has a little bit of extra set there to his hind leg and wants to get up underneath of himself just a little bit. But I do like the extra rib and fleshing ability and just smoothness that bull has versus our bull in second. Same goes for the bull here next in line. A good kind of a calf, smooth made, really good headed individual. I think a bull like that certainly is going to inject some calving ease comparatively to a few of the others in class. He obviously just gives up a substantial amount just in terms of bone work and mass, just gets a little bit flatter and just like to power that one up a bit, but a nice individual there as well. Bull that rounds off the class, really a good haired calf that's got some muscle shape and quarter as we get right in behind him. He's a bull probably just like to change structurally. We can see him right there on his front end. He really wants to come in at that knee and twist out up front. Like to set him square and better at his hock as we watch him get out and go. But again, really good class of bulls. Let's go ahead and commend these exhibitors on a really high quality set.
You bet. All right, thank you. So first split, intermediate bull calves. In first place, entry 707, Boss Lake Bonafide, 929G from Boss Lake Genetics, Parkland County, Alberta. In second place, entry 76, 2020 Banknote, 40G from 2020 Angus at Payton, Saskatchewan. In third place, entry 323, Roy Mac Banknote, 74G from Roy Mac Angus at Cut Knife, Saskatchewan. In fourth, entry 246, Avalon Geronimo, 359.19 from Avalon Angus, Leduc County, Alberta. And in fifth place, entry 258, Lock, 7047 Grizzly, 256G from Lock Farms, Macklin, Saskatchewan. Class 9A then from top to bottom, 707 was first, 260 was scratched, 323 was third, 258 was fifth, 76 was second, and 246 was fourth. Second split, 9B, Intermediate Angus Bull Calves. Please mark your book. 88 is not here. 88 is a scratch.
It's just a bust. He ain't trying to change nobody. He's just trying real hard to adjust. Yeah, he ain't trying to change nobody. He's just trying real hard to adjust.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche.
visiting the colonies, boys?
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no
Yeah, I'm
more.
gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
John Deere lunch kit and a thermos full of Kool-Aid. September harvest and I missed another school day. 14 hours worth of work and dirt were lessons learned. Waist deep in those fields of gold. 7 tons of steel and a 12-year-old. Working hard just to keep it in a straight line. On the combine, hand-me-down overalls and an AM radio. Try to get it right the first time and take it slow. Alabama singing in a hurry and I don't know why. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Black clouds and it starts to rain. Running short on time and out of faith. Nothing you can do but pray for the sun to shine on the combine. Every time I climb that ladder, it takes me back to things that matter. Whoa.
Again, class of bull calves here that just has a little bit more challenge to it. Again, there's some bulls in here that I think are, really useful and they'll do a lot of good things. I'm not convinced there's one in here that you just turn around and quickly find to be your winner and takes just a little bit more time to sort through it because of that. But, the bull that wins, if we could just strengthen up his top line just a bit, and he kind of pulls it together when you get him out and move, but when he stands, he wants to drop his back there just a bit. But if we could fix that, I'd quite like that calf. He's got some meat in him for sure, some shape, really good in terms of just his depth of body and his boldness through his rib. Of this class, he's probably got as much true meat in him and base width as anything, and he's still tidy enough up through his front end. He's clean enough about his sheath. I just really like to fix that top line in him, and, I think we could like that calf a lot more. But of this class, I think he's probably our most complete option to go ahead with. The bull in second, again, a bull that you like just in terms of length, the way he's made up through his head and his neck, really smooth-made individual. A bull that just gets a little bit frailer in terms of his bone work, flatter in through his twist and his stifle. Just like to power him up just a little bit, but that's a good kind of a bull that'll do somebody a lot of good. The bull here in third, again, a bull that's just a bit more moderate in terms of his stature, calf that you like in terms of his depth of body, good-haired individual. He's a calf, though, that probably just reads a little bit plainer. I'd like to change him up through that head and shoulder area a bit. To me, he's just a bit rounder about his shoulder and plainer about his head. That bull, too, I just need to see just a bit more down through that quarter and stifle, power him up just a bit more. Calf next in line's got a bit more frame and length, really like that about him. A bull that's really clean about his sheath as well. That bull, too, just structurally I'd like to modify just a bit. I'd like to see him go out more flexible and better out of that front end. Consequently, just wants to throw his hind leg outside of himself as well. But really like the extra frame and length that calf does have. You know, a bull that comes next in line here that really a deep-sided individual that's got a tremendous amount of rib, really good haired calf. He's just too flat. As we get right in behind him, you know, bull's got to have just some more meat in him than that one, just a little flatter through his hip and his stifle area. But I like the amount of softness and rib that he's got. Really good haired bull that's sound enough on the move. He just needs more muscle. The bull that rounds off the class does have a bit more shape right out of the top of his hip and down through his stifle. That bull just a little immature to me and a little piecey looking right behind his shoulder. He really breaks. He's a bit bolder there right at the point of his shoulder. That bull just needs to fill out, and with time I think he could certainly do that. Just today he's pretty green, a little more raw looking. Like to fill in a few holes there to allow him to balance up. But good again, good class. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
You bet. Thank you, Riley. So first place, our second split, intermediate bull calves, entry 505, PF Getzlaff, 17G from Peachel Farms, Rocky View County, Alberta. In second place, entry 116, Honeybrook Renown, 43G from Honeybrook Farms, Edam, Saskatchewan. In third place, entry 295, Ravenworth Lotto, 28G from Ravenworth Cattle, Middle Lake, Saskatchewan. In fourth place, entry 89, CNI Stunning, 38G from CNI Ranching in Maidstone, Saskatchewan. In fifth, 117, Honeybrook International, 64G from Honeybrook Farms at Edam. And in sixth, entry 457, Family Ties Sci-Fi, 62G from Family Ties Angus, Marway, Alberta. Class 9B from top to bottom, 505 was first, 89 was fourth, 88 was a scratch, 457 was sixth, 116 was second, 117 was fifth, and 295 was third. Third and final split, Angus Intermediate Bull Calves, now coming in the ring, Class 9C.
And a Friday night, first date dinner in the cabin beneath the moonlight, cushion on a 5-gallon pail, riding shotgun.